Turning now to the pandemic, the Missouri Attorney General is now targeting school districts in his campaign against mask mandates. KMBC 9's Martin Augustine tells us more about the flurry of legal threats he sent out to districts and the justification he claims to have for sending them.
Coming to you from outside of Staley High School, part of the North Kansas City School District. The NKC School is one of 10 districts in the Kansas City area and one of 33 across the state of Missouri receiving cease and desist letters from Missouri Attorney General Eric Schmitt. The letters are demanding the school districts end mask mandates and threatens legal action if the mandates stay in place. Attorney General Schmitt basing this demand on a recent ruling from a Cole County judge. That ruling says orders from a local health director, such as mandating masks or closing businesses as a measure to fight COVID-19, violate the state constitution. Judge Daniel R. Green writing that schools and places of public assembly should no longer fear arbitrary closure based on the whims of public health bureaucrats. Judge Green writes that only duly elected legislative bodies have this sort of power. But it's here where some legal experts believe that these cease and desist letters will run into some legal trouble because in most instances these school districts have established mask mandates based on a decision from the school board, which is elected, or from a city council that is elected in which one of those school districts may be located. Martin Augustine, KMBC 9 News.
Now, it should be noted the Attorney General is in the middle of a campaign running for U.S. Senate in Missouri. Across the metro, COVID-19 hospitalizations are up 34% in just a few weeks. Liberty Hospital had 6 people hospitalized with COVID 3 weeks ago. Now it's up to 40 patients. 75% of those hospitalized patients are not vaccinated. The rest were, but hadn't gotten their booster shot yet. Doctors say more people need to get vaccinated.
We don't care about any other ideology. We don't really care about partisanship. All we care about is people being healthy.
Doctors say if you're indoors with large crowds, you should wear a mask to protect yourself and others. Right now, nearly 70% of people in Johnson County, Kansas are fully vaccinated. Wyandotte County is at 50%. On the Missouri side, the parts of Platte, Jackson, and Clay counties outside Kansas City are all about the 50% mark. Well, the CDC has authorized the Pfizer booster for 16 and 17-year-olds if it has been 6 months since their last shot. This move comes as new COVID-19 infections in children are skyrocketing. ABC's Whit Johnson has the latest.
3 million newly eligible 16 and 17-year-olds can now get their booster shots 6 months after their second dose. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky giving the green light, citing the threat of new variants like Omicron.
We're facing a variant that has the potential to require more immunity to be protected.
This comes amid new research showing kids under 18 are playing a key role in driving up COVID numbers nationwide. Pediatric cases jumping 884% since infections were at their lowest last summer. Kids now accounting for 22% of all new cases. The CDC director saying they're actively considering whether to expand booster shots to younger kids as well.
While we're first starting to get our 5 to 11-year-olds vaccinated, we'll look again at the 12 to 15-year-olds, of course, with the FDA in real time, and we again will want to act swiftly.
Urgency growing as cases of the Omicron variant have now been detected in half the country, at least 25 states. But it's the Delta variant still fueling the current surge. More than 65,000 patients are now hospitalized, up 47% in the last month.
Hospitals have to go on diversion, turning away patients who need care.
The situation so dire in Wisconsin, officials are asking FEMA to send help.
Not only more COVID hospitalizations, but they're sicker. They're in the hospital longer.
In Pennsylvania, the state's largest healthcare system saying it's running out of hospital beds.
We're about to have to start making judgments as to which of the 5 patients who needs the 1 ICU bed can have it.
Booster shots for teens only apply to the Pfizer vaccine right now because Moderna and J&J both are only authorized for adults 18 and older. CVS and Walgreens have updated their booking system so that 16 and 17-year-olds can go online right now to start scheduling appointments and get those third shots as early as today. At local Hy-Vee, 16 and 17-year-olds can also go get their boosters today. The company announced it will be offering the shots shortly after federal health officials signed that off yesterday. Appointments are required there. You can make one at hyvee.com/COVID vaccine.